off with the challenge that was just issued and accepted here at the top of the program. Hanson, Matt Hanson is your referee for this contest. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He hails from the heart of Dixie, deep down south below the Mason-Dixon line, weighing in at 310 pounds, and accompanied by his manager, the Colonel Georgia Bulldog. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dixieland Destroyer!
Welcome to the Nosebleed Seats. I'm Matt Conservative Crimefighter. We present more Pro Wrestling Central Illinois by heading back to NGW, Next Generation Wrestling, out of the Peoria area. We featured action from them 2 weeks ago, and we have a special announcement to make about them in a few minutes.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, this young man hails from Peoria Heights, Illinois, weighing in at 127.5 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dan the Man, Dangerous Dan Gosler!
And here comes the opponent, Dan the Man, now former New Midwest Central Illinois champion. Lost the title back to Tyler Pregel at the most recent New Midwest wrestling event, First Blood, due to the interference of two other men, namely Coach, I like to call him Rapunzel. Rapunzel, grow out the hair. I mean, one of them, the phoniest Fu Manchu I've ever seen. Can't grow his own facial hair. He has to glue on a stash. Calls himself claims to be an athlete, but couldn't cut it as a wrestler, so now he spends his days, I guess, coaching and cheating. Here's a classic matchup here, the Dixieland Destroyer taking on Dan the Man. They've fought off a number of times against each other, and usually it's a lopsided contest. It's never an even contest. Oh no! And Dan the Man in trouble already with a power slam from the Dixieland Destroyer. You notice that Dixie has a manager at ringside, Colonel Georgia Bulldog. The Bulldog is no longer managing the Dixieland Destroyer, and look at this. He's got a hold of Dan the Man, holding him up for Dixie to slug, but Dan the Man escapes, and then rolling tackle takes down the Dixieland Destroyer. Dixieland Destroyer these days is teaming up with one of the NBS trainees, Randy Ray, as the duo called Southern Comfort. Southern Comfort did not win their match against the new tag team of Young Thriller, Derek Moss, and Eric Logan, as Dan the Man goes face first to the canvas, and Dixieland Destroyer is in complete control of this bantamweight size. Dan the Man, Dixie just walks right over him. Dan the Man's only 120 pounds. Very few bantamweight-sized wrestlers in Central Illinois. And yeah, I'd still like to see him in a match against one of the members of the Midwest Mob, Brett Caquillas, EJ Esparza, Nick Brubaker. Also would like to see him in the ring against a Dynamite Danny Cannon as Dixie takes down Dan the Man again. And Dixie, oh, a backbreaker on Dan the Man. 2 in a row. And Dan the Man in big trouble.
Colonel Mustard! Colonel Mustard! Colonel Mustard! Colonel Mustard! That's gross! Way to go! Oh, you made it.
Yeah, he does look like Colonel Mustard. And Dixie has Dan the Man up on his arm, drops him down on the mat. And Dixie looks to finish him off. Dan the Man. Oh, he misses the big splash. Dan the Man has faced Dixie a number of times in singles competition, but also in handicap matches. What is Bulldog doing? And a leg trip. And Dixie Destroyer in the groin of one Georgia Bulldog. 309 into the rear. Oh, look at this. Dan the Man tried a springboard, had to hop up a second time and couldn't get his footing.
Dan the Man is not Brett Kakia.
There's a DDT from Dan the Man. Yeah, he's not Brett Kakia. Which is why I'd like to see him in a match against Brett Kakia to see how far he's gotten along. Dan the Man drops an elbow, a people's elbow on Dixieland Destroyer. Dan the Man going up. Oh, got caught. I don't know what he was going for there, but runs into another backbreaker, and this may do it. And that's it. Dixie Destroyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner by pinfall, the Dixieland Destroyer.
So the Dixieland Destroyer defeats Dan the Man in our opening contest here on the NBS Pro Wrestling Presents Central Illinois Wrestling. After the break, we'll have our main event. We'll also have a special announcement about the future of NGW. It may be coming back. Wanna wrestle? Head for the NBS Pro Wrestling Training Center at the Skywalkers International Sports Complex in Decatur. They start you off with cardio exercise and teach basic wrestling and performance techniques. You can also learn to be a referee, manager, or announcer. For more information, call 217-412-1677. The NBS Pro Wrestling Training Center, Central Illinois' only pro wrestling training facility, and the first session is free. Catch the Nosebleed Seats TV on demand anytime. Just go to stlwc.blip.tv, select your episode, watch and enjoy the show. The NBS TV on stlwc.blip.tv.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, for your first match of the second half here. What? Senior official Rowdy Robbie McCann, your referee. This following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is the Bring Your Own Belt match.
How you gonna work that?
Introducing first, he hails from East St. Louis, Illinois. Weighing in at 189 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fiery
Alright, feature match. Looks like this is a belt match where you can arm yourself with a leather belt. Ryan Phoenix was successful in defending the Midwest Heavyweight Championship against John Magnus in a first blood match.
Bring back Rise of the Phoenix.
And introducing his opponent, this young man hails from the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. Weighing in at 180 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Brubaker.
We're in for a long contest here. Ryan Phoenix, Nick Brubaker. Ryan Phoenix, the previous winner of the NBS Wrestler of the Year award. Nick Brubaker, the most recent winner of the NBS Wrestler of the Year award. And these two men are going to face off here in this ring at NGW. Should be an exciting contest. And Nick Brubaker made his return to New Midwest Wrestling recently, although he was scheduled to wrestle for at a New Midwest most recent card, First Blood, but he was not there. Rumors are flying that Nick Brubaker was injured in a non-wrestling incident prior to First Blood, but we do not have any details on that. But if that's what has happened, that Brubaker suffered an injury somewhere away from the ring, I hope he has a speedy recovery. He was supposed to compete in a triple threat match against Mason Beck and Christian Rose. And the two remaining people in the match.
Look
at this.
Hey, Scooter, you better explain the ground rules on this.
Phoenix has like a flag jacket on under that hoodie.
Well, I expected Scooter to lay the ground rules on this matchup, but he did not.
Yeah, for what?
Here we go. Brubaker and Phoenix going at it.
It is like it. Oh, what the fuck?
Nick Brubaker ripping the shirt off of Ryan Phoenix. Guess trying to prevent him from cushioning those leather straps to the back, and there's a spear from Nick Brubaker. Good grief. How much stuff is Ryan Phoenix wearing?
Fucking he'll trip over. That's a good thing,
Nick
right?
Brubaker performing a strip search on Ryan Phoenix. And Ryan Phoenix trying to get out of the ring away from this assault. Well, fans are armed with belts, so apparently they're allowed to
Look at the welts.
they're allowed to whip the wrestlers on the outside of the ring when they come close enough during this particular matchup. Fire slam from Nick Brubaker only gets a 2 count. Okay, I'm not gonna waste any more time, because we have news on Next Generation Wrestling. Next Generation Wrestling has not run a show since August of 2009. We saw Facebook chatter shortly after we posted the most recent edition of the Nosebleed Seats TV show, where we showcased Next Generation Wrestling. A couple of days later, we saw an announcement from Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer Apocalypse that NGW will be holding a reunion show in Forest City, Illinois, where it all began many years ago. They'll be holding an afternoon show and an evening show in Forest City, Illinois. Anybody that's ever wrestled for Next Generation Wrestling is invited to reserve their spot on this card. And everybody that has wrestled for NGW over the years
That guy just doesn't care.
can be seen here in Forest City, Illinois, at an afternoon show or an evening show. That's August the 6th in Forest City, Illinois. Do not have the venue yet. It's in the pre-planning stages. We hope to have more information about the return of Next Generation Wrestling in the next several weeks. But that is good news for long-time Central Illinois wrestling fans, as NGW was one of the better Central Illinois promotions out there back then, and I'm going to be very happy to see NGW make its return, hopefully for the long haul. And Ryan Phoenix, hard whip into the corner. Nick Brubaker goes right down the mat. And these two men were heated rivals way back when, feuding over the NGW Championship. Northern Lights suplex from Ryan Phoenix. Side suplex. And there's a cover. 2 count. The stipulation was bring your own belt. So when a wrestler's going on the outside of the ring, the attacker turns their victim's back towards the crowd so the crowd can whip him with a leather belt. That's a strange stipulation for this matchup, but I do not know the rationale behind it, but you have to keep in mind this event was a couple of years ago. Memory is kind of fuzzy as to what went down back then, but this event was held December of 2008, January 2009. At the Adrenaline Rush Club in Bartonville, Illinois. And Ryan Phoenix takes down Brubaker, only a 2 count. Ryan Phoenix was successful in defending the Heavyweight Championship against John Magnus. A wild contest that went all over the gym floor at Langford High School. As for Ryan Phoenix's next opponent, we do not know who that will be. Whether John Magnus will get another shot or somebody else will be getting a championship opportunity soon. And it could be anybody at this point. Ironically, the #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship at Newman West.
Says we can.
#1 contender is, ironically, Ryan Phoenix's former tag team partner, Tom Arson. The new mmwa-sicw.
Come on, Brubaker.
And we move down the contender list. There's some other names that could possibly get a shot at the title. But we do not know who will be getting that heavyweight title match. And look at this. Oh, wow. Nick Brubaker just muscled Ryan Phoenix over the top rope and to the floor. And neither man got the better of that. I don't know what Nick Brubaker was thinking, but both men are down, hurt. Bizarre maneuver on the part of Nick Brubaker. And both men are slow to get up. And there's padding on the floor, but I don't think they hit the padding. They hit more of the bare floor as Nick Brubaker brings Ryan Phoenix over to be whipped with that belt. And Brubaker puts Ryan Phoenix back in the ring. Brubaker falls in. Another side suplex from Nick Brubaker and goes for a cover. 1, 2 to count. Robbie McCann, the 3-time NBS Referee of the Year, is your official for this contest. And Brubaker with a hard chop against Ryan Phoenix. Irish whip. Brubaker hops over. Phoenix misses the clothesline and a flying kick to the head by Nick Brubaker. And this may be it. And only a 2 count. Brubaker cannot quite put away Ryan Phoenix. He's held numerous titles, the IWA Light Heavyweight Championship, an MW Heavyweight Championship, multiple time NGW Heavyweight Champion. There's a cover. After that, Enziguri, 2 count. And Brubaker is one resilient person. Brubaker, the former Dreamwave Heavyweight Champion. Phoenix in a suplex. Vertical suplex. Oh! It turns it into a shoulder breaker. And this may be it. Another 2 count.
Andy Roberts?
And Phoenix is going to go to the outside and mount the top rope. But Brubaker walks over to cut him off.
How's he gonna bring him over here from up there? It's gonna be superplex time. Maybe. Watch out.
Brubaker couldn't get his footing on the ropes. I think he was trying to do that superflex from the top rope, but just could not get up there. Those ropes were a bit slippery. So I had to settle for a second rope superplex before he seriously hurt himself. Ah, I can't believe it. A superplex and only a 2 count. I don't know how he did it. Brubaker continuing to assault on Ryan Phoenix. Rams him into the corner. Power slam. We're over 10 minutes. This is a 15-minute time limit. We're about 11 minutes in. Less than 4 minutes to go, and look at that! Flying lung blower by Ryan Phoenix. He does not have much time left to put him away. There's a cover. The feet are under the bottom rope. Brubaker got the shoulder up. The don't think Robbie McCann saw the feet under the bottom rope. That would usually break a count. Phoenix runs into a boot from Brubaker. And there's a snap suplex. Float over. Fisherman suplex. Another 2 count. Less than 3 minutes to go. Less than 3 minutes to go. Brubaker's got to put Ryan Phoenix away, or this could end up a time limit draw between these two competitors, and there's nothing more disappointing than a draw. Sunset flip. Oh, Phoenix going for the Phoenix Clash, and he nails it. Will this be enough? A 2 count.
I hadn't seen it here. What? That's his finisher, is it?
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left to a conclusion here.
Did you say you had block?
Somebody's got to go for the quick kill. Oh, look at this, Phoenix. There's a Fisherman Buster.
What the?
Who's that, Stumpy? What the heck's going on here? Stumpy's got a bell around the neck of Ryan Phoenix. The heck is that about? Brubaker's just going to waddle over and cover. And that's it. I don't like how this match ended.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner by pinfall,
Brubaker wins this contest in 14 minutes. I do not like how this match ended. There's less than 2 minutes to go. Either man could have won, but we had that interference from Stumpy, and Brubaker just took the pinfall. Wipes his boot in the face of Ryan Phoenix. Jeez. Nick Brubaker, your winner. We will see you next week on the Nosebleed Seats. Go to CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com and the St. Louis Wrestling Community, STLWrestling.LiveJournal.com for the latest information about this and any other wrestling show in the region.